Welcome back to the Sterling and Brandt podcast. I'm Jackie Sterling. If you're currently clutching your pearls because you suspect a microchip might be involved in your favorite symphony, relax. You're just a Luddite with a Wi-Fi connection. Joining us today is Stephen Jones, a man who has mastered the concert hall and the digital studio alike. Stephen, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Jackie. Happy to be here to damage the sanctity of your show with my technological depravity.
Oh, the damage is already done, Stephen. We received a comment from a doubtful Dave on your channel. Poor Dave. He enjoyed your video, liked the video, and then, upon realizing you used AI, was gripped by a fit of moral nausea. He feels duped.
Poor Dave. I imagine he gets suicidal during his morning commute because his car uses an engine control unit instead of a mule. Stephen, help me understand, why are people like Dave so terrified of your toolkit?
It's a performative insecurity. People associate art with the struggle. They think that if a task takes less time because a tool is more efficient, the value of the art evaporates. I spent years in a conservatory learning counterpoint and vocal technique. When I use AI, I'm not pressing a button to create. I'm directing an engine. I'm the one injecting the intent, the phrasing, and the emotional architecture.
It is the democratization of competence that scares them. The elitist gatekeepers want to keep the noble struggle alive because it's the only way they can differentiate themselves from the common user. But Stephen, the comedy is that they have no idea what is actually happening in the real world of music.
So walk us through the curtain, Stephen. When you're in this digital plus human zone, what's the workflow? Does the AI dictate the direction, or are you holding the leash?
It's a partnership, but I'm the director. It starts with the music, always. I'll sit at the piano, find a harmonic progression that feels honest, and then I use AI as an orchestrator or a sound designer. Like in one recent project, I had a specific texture in my head, something bridging choral arrangements and ethereal pads. Instead of hunting through 1,000 stock samples, I guided a model to generate those spectral textures based on my own chord structure.
So you are essentially using it to externalize the limits of your own imagination, rather than having it write for you?
Exactly. And for the studio side, people don't realize how much of modern production is just tedious housekeeping. I use AI-driven tools for spectral restoration, stem separation, and intelligent noise reduction. It saves me hours of mind-numbing editing. I'm not replacing my ears. I'm using the AI to clean the lens so I can hear what I'm actually doing with more clarity.
It is the difference between a painter spending 6 hours scrubbing the floor of his studio and having a servant do it, so he can focus on the canvas.
I love that. The peasants are out there screaming about the loss of the human touch, while you're using tech to be more human by actually having the time to finish the vision.
It is even more amusing when you look at the European scene. While American pop critics are having their little tantrums, the avant-garde classical scene in Berlin, Vienna, and Paris is treating AI like a new instrument of the gods. They're using it for structural complexity that a human ensemble literally cannot execute alone.
That's the piece nobody hears about. In these avant-garde circles, we're using neural networks for real-time generation in live performance. The AI listens to my phrasing, my pitch, my attack, my emotional energy, and it responds in real time. It is Kammermusik, chamber music between a human and a non-human entity. You have to be technically perfect to stay in sync with it.
But the Americans don't see this. They only see the AI pop song garbage, the fast food equivalent of music, and they assume that is the limit of the technology. They are like a villager who sees a jet engine, stares at the smoke, and concludes that all combustion is evil. They cling to a romanticized version of the 19th century, while the future of music is happening in the concert halls they refuse to enter.
So Dave isn't just a skeptic, he's just uninformed and deeply, hilariously behind the times.
He's a tourist in an industry he doesn't understand. He likes the idea of a genius starving in a garret, but he doesn't want to engage with the reality of how music is actually made today. If the music moves you, the how shouldn't matter.
It is a tantrum against the inevitable. They want the convenience of our digital age, yet demand the artist performs the dignity of suffering to appease their narrow sensibilities. It is deeply hypocritical.
Steven, next time Dave leaves a comment, maybe just thank him for his voluntary contribution to your algorithm. After all, hate watching is still watching.
I think I might do exactly that.
And do not worry, Stephen. The people who matter understand that the intelligence, or lack thereof, lies with the operator, not the machine.
Keep hitting those buttons, Steven. We like the sound of the future.